I bet you can guess what the #1 New Year's resolution is. That's right, losing weight and getting into shape. But did you know what the #2 resolution is? Getting organized. It turns out that both resolutions have a tremendous impact upon our health and well-being. And I'm here today with Kate Braun of Impact Productivity. She's a certified professional organizer. Kate, tell us, why does getting organized have such a big impact on health and wellness?
Wow, it has a huge impact. I think the biggest thing is that if we are organized and we feel in control of our environments, we can maintain our healthy habits, eat well, play well, exercise well, and live well. When we're disorganized, all of those things become more difficult.
Excellent. And you were telling me about some fun research that was done that really showed the value of being organized. What was that?
Well, there's some interesting studies that the premise is that we all know that drugs make us stupid or lower our intellectual capacity. And, you know, the whole egg breaking on the frying pan, this is your brain on drugs. It turns out that attention and distraction actually has a bigger impact in some cases than taking drugs or drinking. It's pretty powerful.
Wow. And how do you help people get back the control in their lives?
We teach them core concepts, things like unitasking, which I know you'll be familiar with, the notion that you want to focus on what you are doing when you are doing it. Unitasking is a big one. And the second one is really to take control of the thing that you can control. So often people say, it's out of my control, I never know what's going to happen in my day. That may be true, but we try to take apart the things that they can do something about. And usually it's more than they expect.
And what are some of the stressors that we don't really recognize? I mean, today's world is full of so much stress, and I think a lot of us go through the day accepting a lot of the things that are coming towards us, the stimulation, and not realizing the amount of stress. What are some of those that you help people work with?
The big one is the self-induced interruptions. Do you realize how often we interrupt ourselves? We get great technology, cell phones, iPads. I'm an owner of all. I'm a card-carrying iPhone person. But one of the things we do is teach people to manage those. Things like find the off button, find the silent button. Don't have a little dinger go off every time there's an email on your phone. You may not be prepared to respond to it on your phone anyway. Things like look when you want to see an email, but don't have that sound going off every time. So we try to modify the distractions that are built into our day that are under our control.
Excellent. And then I know you work a lot with paper. You know, we try to live in a paperless society, but it seems like when I go to different offices and businesses, they're always printing up the things that they're saving on their computer so they don't have to have the extra paper. So it seems like paper seems to be increasing instead of decreasing. How do you help people with that paper challenge?
The first thing we try to do is give them a system to put it away, a filing system if they're going to use paper that really works. And there's some great solutions that come off the shelf that we train people to use. The second thing is we try to get them to cut it off at the pass. Let's not get the paper. Let's see what paper we're getting routinely that we don't need to get. And that's often a controllable area of our lives. And one of them are things like financial proxy reports, junk mail, subscriptions to things we don't read. There are a lot of things like that people have laying around the house. Start thinking the more we bring in, the less control we have, the more time we have to spend maintaining it.
Kate is considered a guru in her own right in the organizing field, and she's going to be joining us for Celebrating Wellness Fest this coming March 2012 at Philippi State Park. But until that time, Kate, tell everyone how they can learn more about what you do.
I think go to our website, www.impactorganizing.com or www.impactproductivity.com.
Great, thanks, Kate. And I'm Kimberly, your empowerment guru. Join me next week in thisweekinsarasota.com. Thanks.